Hi everyone, it's Lana here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. Today I decided it would be fun to attempt a makeup look. You guys know I'm a hair care girly through and through, but sometimes I do like to experiment with makeup, especially when I see like a cute and fun new trend going around. So in keeping with the island theme of my last few videos, seeing as I've been in Bali, I decided it would be fun to try the island girl makeup trend. So I have been seeing this all over TikTok. I just think it's like a really easy and cute and kind of beginner friendly makeup to kind of follow, so that's what I want to do today. So I wanted my curls to look a little bit more islandy, so I just gave them a quick refresh, and I did that with the Trepadora Curl Therapy. So this really just took my curls from looking kind of dry and frizzy and old to looking fresh and slightly wet and new again. So I'm really impressed with how this worked. Kind of just was like instant refresh, instantly gave me what I wanted with my curls today. So if that is kind of the look that you're going for with your refresh, then I do recommend the Trepadora Curl Therapy Bamboo and Ginseng Curling Mousse. So that aside, let's get onto the makeup. I honestly was not wearing very much makeup while I was away, so just to keep things real, I will probably be wearing more makeup in this video than what I actually wore when I was on the island. But I did do some little bits here and there, so I will show you the little bits that I was doing. Okay, so first up is the moisturizer and SPF. I have the Elizabeth Arden 8-Hour Daily Defense Moisturizer with SPF 35. And if you can see my little acne patches, don't mind them. I'm having another breakout, trying to like review my diet again and just see what's causing the acne this time. I'm pretty sure it's going to be like dairy or soy, because those are usually the main things that cause acne for me. I was wearing foundation sometimes on the island, like I guess in the evening. Okay, and I also just realized that I really wasn't wearing mascara, and that's because I did have a set of cluster lashes on. Cluster lashes? So I'm just going to do that right now. So I have the Eyebrow Super Fix clear eyelash glue, like a tiny little thing like this, and then I'm going to use the Il Makiage little cluster set. So let's quickly just go ahead and do that. Okay, so I did go off camera and just add a few more of those cluster lashes. I never really go extreme with the lashes. I try to keep it pretty subtle, and you're probably thinking that you can't really even see the lashes that I've done, but trust me, this is such an improvement on my natural lashes. Like I literally don't have lashes. Okay, so the foundation that I'm going to use today is by The Ordinary. It's their coverage foundation rather than like the serum, and I don't even know if they make this anymore, but I just found this in my cupboard and this was more like my holiday shade, so I'm going to throw this on. And I love this just for like how much more dewy it is than the foundations that I have been using for a long time. Like if you guys have ever watched any of my like get ready with me videos or like any makeup videos, like I know I don't post them a lot, but like if you've seen it, you'll know that I always use the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless, just because they have some neutral shades that are literally like a perfect color match for me, and I've never found as good a color match, and so I have just always stuck with that. But it's so matte, and for a long time I thought I wanted matte because my skin is so oily. But yeah, I was just starting to notice how dry it was kind of making my skin look, and I decided I wasn't into it anymore. Like I wanted something just a little bit more dewy, or at least like neutral, like not matte, just normal. So yeah, I've been liking this, like especially since I've come off holiday. Okay, so I'm loving that. And then my concealer is going to be the Nude Sticks Nude Fix Cream Concealer. So it looks like this, and this one is in the shade Nude 4.5. Obviously, again, as this is island girl makeup, I'm really not going to put very much on. It's literally going to go right here. Like that. Oh, and a little bit here. Okay, and this might seem odd, but I'm going to blend the concealer with this little tapered eye brush. So this is a base shadow brush, but I have just been loving light and fluffy brushes for blending out my concealer recently. I just feel like it really makes sure that the product stays where you want it to be, but they blend it out very softly. So I'm going to show you what I mean. You see, like it's gone. I feel like with the Island Girl makeup, like the lighter the under eye is, the stronger the effect of the blush later on, and it kind of gives like the illusion that maybe you've had sunglasses on and then you've kind of tanned everywhere else and then you've just got like really light eyes and light under eyes. So it can actually be quite nice to lighten up the under eye here. But if you're actually there on the island and you really do have that kind of tan going on, then I would say definitely keep the concealer to a minimum. Actually keep the whole of the base to a minimum. Okay, I'm going in with another nude sticks, and this one is in the shade Nude 6. That was a bit of a tongue twister. I'm going in with another Nude Sticks concealer, and it's the shade Nude 6. Say that 6 times fast. Okay, and I'm doing that just kind of around my lips. A little bit of darkness actually around my mouth, so I'm just kind of covering that. Okay, so I forgot to do my eyebrows before the base, but it's okay because I have a trick for my brows, which is going to mean that it's not a problem. Okay, so basically I've been doing my brows with the NYX brow glue lately. However, I have very thick hairs in my eyebrows. Like, I don't have thick eyebrows. Like, my eyebrows are kind of like small. They're actually kind of sparse. The individual hairs are quite thick and stubborn. So it's hard for me to find an eyebrow gel that I like that actually works, that actually moves my brows into place. So I kind of like get the outline going with this. The other thing, my brows naturally come down, so I really do have to lift them up in the corners. And no, I don't want to do the thing where I like shave them to make them like super high. Like, I like having brows all the way out here. It's just hard to shape them where I want them to go. So I kind of get them like that, but then I know that the gel is not going to hold them. If I now get them wet, so I'm using like a makeup eraser with a bit of water on it. If I get them wet, and this also fixes the fact that I forgot to do this before makeup, because this is now going to get rid of any makeup that's now caking in my brows with that gel. And I kind of just like guide them, except like the difference now is like I'm smoothing them over and I'm smoothing them down, and they're actually gonna stay. Like, it's something about the water like really sets it in place, and I learned that completely by accident. So I learned how to do them by trying to take them off one time. I am literally just gonna take a dark pigment eyeshadow onto a skinny little angled brush and just kind of fill in the ends a little bit, just because they are a bit short. Okay, I'm gonna try. I'm really just trying to get this eyeshadow to catch the hairs that are naturally there, because there are some there, but they're just very thin and sparse at the front. So if we can just try and catch those. Okay, so the next thing is going to be, the blush. And I think that this is without a doubt the most important thing about Island Girl makeup, because this is really what brings together the whole theme. The rosy cheeks, the slight sunburn, the flush. Like, I think there are so many different versions of this Island Girl makeup trend that we're seeing, but the one thing that really links it all together is the intense blush. Okay, so the blush that I'm going to use, this, you can't tell, this is a Nude Sticks Nudie in the shade Salty Siren, but obviously I have used it to death, so all of the packaging is all worn out and there's actually hardly any of this left, but I really want to use it for this look, so I'm going to try. Okay, so that is pretty much the blush, but I kind of feel like I want to intensify it just a tiny bit more for this look. So I'm going to use the Made by Mitchell blush. This is very intense, guys, so I'm going to try it with the tiniest little dab. Do I need some on my nose? I don't want to look like naughty. Okay, so then I want to do something with my eyes to make them look a little bit more island chic. So I have an eye pencil from MAC, and this is a very, very dark brown. My lid space, and then just drag that out with my little finger. Just trying to keep things easy. So this is the mascara that I was wearing while I was away. This is the NARS Climax mascara. I liked this just because this doesn't actually go on too thick. Like, it's actually pretty thin. It doesn't go clumpy. And obviously, if you really were on the island right now, you'd probably want to go for something waterproof. I don't think this one is waterproof, but I'm using it just on my bottom lashes. And then I want to kind of brighten my inner eyes a little bit. So I have this little tattoo eyeliner from 17. It's called Ink Legend, and it's this very fine shimmery eyeliner. I don't know if I would call it an eyeliner. It does have this very small brush though, so that you could line your eyes with it, but I typically smudge it out a little bit anyway. But I just really like it because it's so sheer and it's so fine, and it's just going to give me that little glow that I want, and I have the precision to do it how I want it. Okay, so we now need some lips. So lips, we are going to bring out one of the NARS Air Matte Blush. Okay, so for lips, we're actually going to bring out one of the NARS Air Matte Blush pots. This is in the shade Scandalous. And I know it's a blush, but these things are very versatile. So it's quite dark, and I'm actually just going to take a little bit onto my finger and put that onto the center of my lip. Okay, so the purpose of kind of just only putting it in the middle is because it's supposed to just give the appearance that like you're slightly flushed, and it's just keeping everything very, very natural. But I do still want to keep my lips moisturized when I'm away, when it's really hot. So I'm going to go with one of the Clarins Lip Comfort Oils. They're my fave. Okay, so my gloss and kind of my lip moisturizer on top of this is going to be the Clarins Lip Comfort Oil. Okay, and you might be thinking that now that the lips are done, we're done, but no, because this is me and I never do my makeup in the right order. We also are going to put on a tiny bit of setting powder. This is actually the RCMA Warm Gold powder, and it's a bit sparkly, so I do like to have a bit of setting, and this one is going to maintain just kind of like the glowy vibes. But when you have oily skin like me, this kind of becomes a bit necessary. I can set my face, so I'm using the Urban Decay All Nighter with Vitamin C Cactus Flower Water. So it looks like this one. This is the one that I love using on holiday just because it's screaming holiday vibes at me. Okay, so there's actually one last thing that I've just randomly decided to do, and is freckles. Okay, let me quickly explain to you my relationship with freckles. So I do actually have one natural freckle there, but it's mostly hidden with makeup right now. I actually have two. So I have this one and I have one under my eye there. And I'm so jealous because my sister naturally has freckles all across her nose. Like, it just looks so cute. And another thing, she always has clear skin. And she just looks just like me, except with clear skin and freckles. I'm jealous that I'm just gonna replicate my sister here. Okay. Okay, so that is my Island Girl makeup. I really hope that you liked it because I had a lot of fun making this, and I'm kind of thinking that I might start making more makeup videos in future. Let me know what you think about that. Like, I know that there's like a lot of trends that go by, like especially on TikTok, like strawberry makeup, latte makeup, like all of that kind of stuff. And for a while, like I wasn't really into it. But then I realized that I do just have a lot of fun trying them out, even if they're not my personal makeup style, even if it's not something I'm going to adopt. I do just find it fun. So if you're like me and you find it fun and you like watching people trying the makeup, then definitely let me know in the comments section. And also thumbs up the video. And like, when you see all of these new trends coming up, like you could think of it as maybe this is commercialism and capitalism and they're pushing a new trend to make you buy new things. Or you can think of it as this is creativity and this is passion and this is people having fun with this, and you don't need to go out and buy a bunch of new stuff if you don't want to. You can use what you already have, which is pretty much what I've done here. Like, I mean, you saw me using the very end of my Salty Siren Nudies stick. You can just use what you have, and these makeup trends really don't need to be too serious. They can just be a lot of fun, and I think for me that's really just what I'm finding, and I'm just really enjoying playing with makeup lately. So if you're not already subscribed, please consider subscribing because I would just love to see you again on my next video. Everything that I've used is linked in the description box down below. Make sure you check it out. That is going to be all from me. I hope you have a great week, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.